and the next 3 maps are going to be incredibly broken with funnel fly.
Like way broken.
I'll bet you're both dying to know what your big surprise is.
It's because he's gonna kill us.
Only 2 more changes.
Spoiler.
Wait,
Can't
what?
tell anyone that.
I was explaining the joke.
He's going to kill us? Well, not if I go through there.
Can't kill me.
Yeah, normally you're supposed to step on the faith plate, and then that wall will open up. And because it's supposed to open up, it just doesn't have collision.
This
But
was just more wall strafing.
Main map area, there's basically infinite black void, and that's what's considered out of bounds. So even if there's a lot of sections of the game that seem like they're not in bounds, they still are.
Yeah, and that happens a bit. Okay, that was a mistake. I wonder if that's the right. No. Okay. That was quicker than I thought. Okay, I gotta really prepare. There we go.
Hey.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Ох ти ж.
Poetry.
Тут ты, мать моя женщина, я чё с выключенным микрофоном был? Так. Так, ребятушки, если здесь кто-то есть, то всем welcome. Собственно, посмотрим немножечко спидранов. Так, расписание. Собственно, сейчас будут 3 игры подряд вроде как интересных, просто я что-то немножечко подзадержался. Да ё-моё, теперь у спидранов звука нету. Да что ж такое-то, а?
Similar to the Portal 1 boss fight where you have to attach cores to the main enemy in order to corrupt them. And in this case, we also want to switch Potato GLaDOS back into her normal body.
Oh, I shot that wrong. The bomb got destroyed. I can't do double.
Так,
It's fine.
собственно, еще раз здравствуйте, да.
Yeah, leading on what Alex was saying, it's actually the reverse of the boss fight, because in the Portal 1 boss fight, you're taking cores off of GLaDOS, but here you're putting cores on Wheatley. This fight is very scripted. There's, other than the bomb thing that I did, where you shoot the bombs at Wheatley before he shoots them, there's not a whole lot you can do to speed it up.
We can do a...
Except at the end, yes, where I will talk about that.
Yeah. We can do a couple cool visual tricks pretty soon, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to.
Так.
Yeah, this is kind of a long cutscene where Wheatley's being mad at us. If we shoot a portal just right, we can get that. Ooh. Just a weird visual effect. Because we're so close to that portal, our view model comes over to this portal, and we can actually see the character and the Earth.
Wait, we're in space?
Okay, so right here is a shot.
Так, надеюсь, и меня слышно, и все на свете слышно.
I'm really bad at it, even though it's easy. I might call time soon. Time.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
There's still one thing left.
One thing.
And because we shot it early, we glitched. And we still have control over our character.
Follow this man.
Can I get some can't even bitrate in the chat?
I mean, I don't have too many subscribers. I don't know how it's going to work.
Soon.
But yeah, this is the cutscene after the game, so we still have control. I mean, yeah, that's it, I guess.
That's Portal 2.
Portal 2. In 1 hour, 4 minutes real time. Hang on. The in-game time was 101.17, which is a pretty good run.
Isn't that like second place?
Yeah, it's like second.
Third.
Third.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's Sub M Sushi.
well. That'll be...
Собственно, для тех, кто уже присоединился, еще раз повторюсь. Сейчас будут более-менее интересные как для меня, возможно, и для вас игры. Следующий будет ТМНТ, что обозначает Черепашки-ниндзя, третья часть. Будет проходиться она в коопе. Я так полагаю, это будет Меха-Риктор и Пиджей. Пиджей и так написано, но, типа, может быть, и Меха-Риктор заодно будет. Вот. Марафон начался примерно 3 часа назад. За это время люди уже успели насобирать 34 тысячи долларов. На что они, собственно говоря, собирают? Это что, Doctors Without Borders? Надо посмотреть. Да, и после этого будет еще ран по Super Mario Bros. 2. Все уровни. То есть это не Warpless, ничего подобного. А, не, подождите. Не Warpless, говорю, не с варпами. Не %. Собственно говоря, расписание мы как-то уже смотрели, и ничего интересного особо там не увидели. Ближайший интересный ран, может быть, будет Sonic Generations. Потом будет Legend of Zelda, но я не знаю, это на Wii U, это какая-то новая, то есть вряд ли кто-то ее вообще знает. Streets of Rage на Genesis, непонятно, кто-то играл вообще в такую или нет. Tony Hawk's Underground, Zombie Ate My Neighbors, Blaster Master, Solomon's Key, Metroid, Ruger или Райгер, DuckTales. Давай, это уже будет днем в 4 часа дня по моему времени. Контра тоже будет в 5 часов, то бишь в 3 по Москве. Но это будет уже днем. А вот вечером уже завтра будет 3, ну почти что 3 Castlevania в ряд. Это, я думаю, тоже будет интересно посмотреть. Будет Castlevania, потом Bloodstained, я не знаю, что это за игра. Потом Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Xbox 360, и Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, которая выполняется на DS, это даблскрин, я так понимаю. Всю ночь сидим? Да не, почему? Сейчас где-то 2-3 рана, и я в дотку, наверное, пойду. Или спидранить пойду, не знаю. Как бы у меня отобрали, так сказать, мое законное место топ-ру человека в Vice City. В категории не percent no SSU. Видимо, надо бить. Диссерафон, так, конечно, конечно, я же всем рад. Айдар, тебе всегда рад. Когда в Белор задолбал? ДР твой праздновать будем или нет? А то у меня подарка нету еще. И не будет, скорее всего. Ты в Белоре будешь? Так ты скажи, когда надо. Мне приехать 1 час. Это ж вообще не время. Привет, мистер Пох, заодно. Что-то я тебя пропустил. Прочитал твое сообщение и немножечко проигнорировал. Мы с уфимскими планируем поехать на озеро под Белорецк. С уфимскими это с кем? Так, сейчас... Сколько они там будут подготавливать еще это? С моими чуваками. А я их вообще никого не знаю, да?
Hello, all you wonderful people. I am LLK, and you're watching Summer Games Done Quick 2019. How does that make you feel, everybody? That is not nearly loud enough. Deafen these poor people on stage, please.
Ну да, этого я помню. Он еще и на фотках много где с тобой есть.
There you go. Now, coming up, we have a very awesome donation incentive. Donkey Kong Country 2, all stages. We need $15,000 for that. We're currently sitting at $9,037.56. You want to see Donkey Kong Country 2, all stages. This is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, one of the greatest Super Nintendo games of all times. You got Dave Wise's great music that you don't get to hear enough of because they're going so dang fast. But please get those donations in. We really, really need to push that incentive. So let's go, everyone.
1 числа защита. Молодец, занимайся.
All right. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Leonardo leads. Dr. C does machines. It's
А 5 число это... 5 число это пятница. Как Костян не может? Что это за бред? Ты что? Да, это Мека Риктор и PJ.
Yeah, I'm PJ. Mecha Richter. Murphigator.
Glage.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing some turtles for you guys. This game's pretty sweet.
Так а Илюша же защитился уже. А, ну хотя Илюша-то работает.
So, hopefully only 35. All right, so if we're good to go, we'll do a countdown.
Ну что, ребят, посмотрим.
3, 2, 1, go.
В эту игру уж точно играли все. Просто так, наверное, вряд ли мы посмотрели бы этот ран на спидран-коме, какой-нибудь мировой рекорд. А вот на марафончике самое то, уж тем более в коопе.
They're selected. The characters in this game are pretty similar. There's only 4 attacks, and all but one of them are just the same for all the turtles. The special attack is the main difference and the most important attack for the run.
Как бы парни на заднем плане объясняют, что типа черепахи отличаются тем, что у них только спешл атаки разные, остальные атаки все одинаковые.
Yeah, the absolutely absurd blender attack.
Yeah. And if Mike and Raph are on screen, Mike could have this giant mule kick thing that is actually the most powerful, but because of the way it works and because of how much delays after it, it's not as useful. Raph has a Psycho Crusher where he spins forward with his head attacking everything, but it doesn't do very much damage. The main advantage is it goes really far, which they don't need because they can use 2 players to cover everything.
Yeah, fortunately we're able to just kind of stay on opposite sides of the screen like this.
Ну, да, они жгут хп суперударами, и им как бы насрать.
Still, like the biggest issue with covering distances is the plane shifting, because you move really slow between depth access.
Yep. And you may note that they don't have any health left, even though they haven't really been hit. That special attack drains their health. They can still use it when they don't have any health left, but it means that for pretty much the entire run, they're kind of walking this tightrope where any random enemy can just punch them in the jaw, and then they're done. That's their life.
And unfortunately, due to something we'll explain later, I can't die for like the entire run. Yeah. So I'm just constantly in panic mode.
Yeah.
We are playing with friendly fire on.
As you can see.
Yep.
Привет, Пинат. Да, и как вы видите, они играют с Friendly Fire.
Depending on what he does.
You take him, you take him.
So, ideally you'd charge to the left and this fight would end really quickly.
Yeah. Well done.
Ну, короче, разобрали Рокстеди, как нефиг делать.
Yeah, so the reason why I killed Mecha Richter there, besides it being fun, is because we can force them to have single player health. So when you play co-op, there are a few differences. The main differences that you would see are that you get a whole lot more spawns with 2 players, and that bosses have some amount more for health, usually around 25%.
Swap.
Yes, gonna punch, okay. So yeah, just dying right before Rocksteady makes it.
Не, мне кажется, там уже не по фанчику было, там специально, чтобы тот чувак танканул на одну атаку. И потом смог занять позицию.
Because he has a tendency to plane change to catch you. So we can take abuse of, or take advantage of some of like the depth access advantages that some of our attacks have, which Murph can probably talk about. It's a pretty standard beat 'em up thing. But Rocksteady likes to just line up directly with you, and it becomes very difficult to fight him safely with 0 health.
Да, вот он говорит, что типа...
Yeah, so to elaborate a little bit, the depth axis, different attacks that you do affect a different amount on the depth. So, for instance,
10 FPS на Денде, но у них сейчас не больше, когда появляются враги.
Special attack, he might hit an enemy that's further above him than if he were to just do his regular standing slash attack. Another thing about those special attacks that we didn't mention earlier is that the turtles are completely invincible while performing them.
Вот. Хорошую вещь сказали, то что когда они исполняют спешл атаку, вот эту вот, за которую жрется ХП, то они в этот момент неуязвимые. Поэтому в каком-то, как сказать, в каком-то случае это можно и абузить, в принципе. Ну, абузеры, читеры, как хотите, так и ни хрена себе не удрали. Первую часть, которую в соло прошел, красавчик.
And the shovel attack that we're using to kill some of the foot soldiers does 3 damage. I tried. I did my best. The specials from Raph to Mike from
Вот, говорит, обычная атака...
7, 8, 9, and 11 damage. So the specials are incredibly powerful.
Специальные атаки что-то, говорит, делают 7, 9 and 8 damage. 7, 9 and 11 damage. Чья именно, чья я не понял, не услышал. Но вот есть, значит, атака обычная с руки, которая делает 2 дэмэджа. 2 урона наносит. И вот эта вот атака, когда он просто берет и откидывает назад этих солдатов клана Фут. Она наносит 3 урона.
Again, using this mechanic to manipulate boss health. Once he spawned, he won't just go up in health anymore. So
that's good enough. Okay.
One thing about all the bosses,
I've got health. It's fine.
We're that ain't gonna be enough.
Take him. Good. All right.
I haven't seen him like playing in a while.
Yeah.
Наверное, лучшая была на Денде. Лучшая часть из черепашек или лучшая игра, ты имеешь в виду?
Yeah, once he charges, he's locked into it, so you can kill him there, and it skips his desperation phase.
So this stage, they're gonna
Для меня лучшая игра
magic trick.
Прикольно.
Hopefully. One thing that they've been kind of doing this whole time is they've been manipulating enemies to try and get them to attack who they want. But in 2-player co-op games, a lot of times the AI can be kind of wild. And so they need
Как я услышал, они убивают друг друга, чтобы управлять здоровьем босса. Да, я тоже что-то такое услышал.
And now Dr. C is dead. So they're just going to play the game like this.
So right now we've activated the ghost turtle glitch, is what we've been calling it. And this is a special variation of it, which we've been calling 0-player mode. So right now the game thinks that both players are dead. So it doesn't really know how to handle spawns.
Короче, они сделали какую-то фигню.
It also means the AI gets kind of wild.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yikes.
Sorry, we can reactivate it on the calls. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's targeting me.
Что типа они оба были мертвы, но при этом они двигались. Zero-player мод. Да, на боссе они убивают друг друга, чтобы у босса не возрастало ХП. Это я тоже не очень понял.
They can make it so that the game can't fit that animation. And instead of just getting rid of the turtle or something like that, it just assumes that they couldn't have died there.
Forgot about these guys. Yeah, so the 0-player glitch, we would skip that entire wave that we just fought there.
I want you to fight Slash.
Okay.
So now because Leo died, he's alive in the game again, and that means the game can't really see Dr. C very well. It has some concept that there's something there, but the AI won't really target him.
Okay.
So,
don't take health.
Okay.
You need to lose it.
А, ну да.
Because of that, they knew in that fight that Leo was going to be targeted.
То есть, типа, если играешь вдвоем, то у босса в 2 раза больше хп. А если, типа, один из них умер, то босс появляется с хп, как для одного игрока. Это умно, между прочим.
Value that's not terribly
you
intended.
Advance, I'm gonna lock the screen.
Okay.
And they're gonna reset up this glitch here with the same pit formation that they did earlier in the stage.
Yeah, because
Roll it as much as you can. Keep going.
Attack.
Yeah, they do need Leo specifically to have the ghost glitch set up.
Yep.
So
Attack or something, just to get health back. Okay.
Okay.
So there's supposed to be a wave here that we're gonna skip.
Yeah. So now the game is back to quote-unquote player 0 difficulty.
Yep.
Okay.
So now this boss, you're going to be able to see a mechanic. Anytime that he does this, I don't even know what to call this ball and chain attack that he does with his head. But during that attack, he is committed to the animation.
All right, good save. Back on track.
Nicely done.
Не распознавал их как врагов.
So yeah, all the bosses, when they have an animation like that they're committed to doing their attack no matter what, you can't interrupt it, and so as a result, they won't go into the hit reel that they normally would when you hit them, and so they get hit more often by the special attacks.
Типа Friendly
So a
Fire
lot of the
убираешь,
bosses,
что ли?
you really want them to do specific attacks where they're kind of locked in place attacking, because it lets them get the most damage they can.
So I'm gonna jump off the ledge here, and that cancels my ghost glitch.
Yeah.
So there are a few ways to cancel it. Number one is dying. That's the easiest way to cancel it, and the one that we want to avoid. You can also, like, if you fall off a ledge like that, or like other specific ledges. Falling in a hole here doesn't do it, but like on the elevator later, it'll cancel it. Anyways, I want to cancel it because having 0-player mode makes things very difficult because the enemies don't know who to target, and they end up just like ambling all over the screen, and it's tough to chase them down.
It only skips waves on the 3rd stage anyways, so there's no point of keeping it.
Yeah.
Но вообще они говорят, что это как бы скипает
They still
волны.
think that Leo is dead. So the game is proceeding as if Dr. C is the only living turtle. So we can now kind of take advantage of this, and I'm going to try and be, like, my role for the rest of the run is to be positioning the enemies in such a way that they're not going to be able to accidentally hit Mecha Richter. And his job is going to be to kill the enemies as they try and walk over to me.
Yeah, knowing where enemies are going to target in a certain way in a beat 'em up, especially a co-op beat 'em up, is really, really useful because, like we said,
Ну, говорит, это
both players are
такой мод,
alive,
ну, такая фишка работает только на 3-м уровне, поэтому
I don't
сейчас.
want to target one turtle or the other.
I was nervous. Bazooka Joe's you don't mess with.
Yeah.
No.
And even there, like, because they were targeting PJ there, Mecha was completely safe to walk up behind him and attack. If he was in front of him,
Да,
he
и
could be
сейчас
coincidentally attacked.
Ghost
If he
мод,
tried to
как они
attack
назвали,
PJ,
находится...
Stinky gas or just
Ну,
swing
под
if they
Ghost
want to.
модом один только персонаж из этих двух, поэтому все солдаты направляются только на Донателло, видимо. И Леонардо они вообще бить не будут. Они всегда будут только на него агриться.
Being able to have a turtle who literally is not affected by any of the AI's actions is a really, really big.
We had a lot of problems with me dying on that last wave, so I just stay out of the way to.
А, Slayer, ты это тоже написал, да?
Yeah, some of these enemies
не
are.
прочитал.
So they have like a. I got it. Yeah.
He wanted all of you.
Some of the enemies are predictable, but some of them are just absolutely bonkers. And that purple foot soldier wave, we call them crazies because they do really unpredictable things. And at very unpredictable times with no startup.
Yeah, even if I get like close enough, they can give me a mystery hug and kill me.
Yeah, the mystery hug is the greatest. Like if an enemy walks near Mecha Richter, sometimes they'll like automatically put him in the full Nelson, and it just kills him with no animation. I got him. Okay, no namers. Okay, I'll take.
Yeah, this game is pretty generous about color coding what different AI and foot soldiers do.
Where's he? Oh,
Grandmaster.
man. He was ready for me. Yeah, those guys, the Grandmasters, the guys who throw the anvils, they can just like, if he's special, they'll just like wait out of range and then just throw it at you when you're
This guy's
vulnerable.
gonna come back. Nice, thank you.
Yep.
It's the subway dance. All right, so this boss fight is gonna look pretty simple unless I die. That's just kind of how it is. There's a loop here that I found that trivializes this, but it's a little bit tight. So hopefully,
Так, то есть у босса сейчас хп как для одного плеера, как для одного игрока. И все враги на экране будут атаковать только Донателло.
Very nice.
So again, it looks really simple, but if I'm early, then the invincibility frames for my special are going to expire, and I'm going to get pickaxed. But if I wait too long, then he's going to choose to attack on his own. He'll only sit there and wait for me to take action for a short period of time. So it's not too bad, but I'm glad it worked out.
Нет, в этот раз нету ни одной Battletoads вообще. Может быть, Battletoads аркада только есть. Так у меня Сережа идет поток на YouTube.
I really enjoy this stage now. There's some pretty interesting co-op mechanics in this.
Или нет?
Like handling how you have to scroll the screen. Like screen scrolling in this is one of the most difficult things that you can do in co-op. It's really, really finicky. And a lot of like the spacing on the enemy waves is pretty particular. I want to give a shout out here to the previous
В
runners.
эфире
Все
все нормально.
I'm using the Tom Vadova strat right now, which some people
На Пеке нет YouTube плеера. Ну, зайди через Good Game, ссылка под стримом есть, там как бы найдешь. На Пеке у меня стрим висит. Я не знаю. Просто, короче говоря, уже по накатанной, так сказать, висит плеер. Я там даже название никогда не меняю. У нас все окич. Да и у него окич. Он говорит, типа, на телеке хочет посмотреть.
He has the best time in single player for both versions. He's a super good runner. Unfortunately, we weren't able to use a lot of his strats because it's just such a completely different dynamic, but I want to at least recognize his contributions. Nice.
Nicely done.
Изейший раскатал просто босса, как будто и не босс.
Alright, crazies are after this. Wait for him.
We have $15 from LolCam Alpha.
Okay.
Hey, hey, Couch and Mecha and PJ. Best of luck playing this gem made by Komami. Please don't let Dr. Com challenge you to yet another round of bad Jenga. I don't think the stream can handle it. Donation goes to PLC's choice.
Forgot about these guys. I am going to grab the health.
Yes, yes you are. All right, so up next is Leatherhead, who's probably the hardest boss in the game. Well, besides Krang. Krang's just the unstoppable, but...
Я GTA VC? Да чё-то нету. Сколько было страданий с ними тогда, а тут боссов как детей избивают. Да.
Since Don's a little bit stronger, he does 1 more damage per hit, so we save 1 hit per every 8 of Dr. C's.
Привет,
I want to get
Арсений.
as many hits as I can at the beginning, but once he kills me, I'm gonna stay dead. There's 8. Now we just, all right, there's some bonus hits. So even though I'm dead, the game has no active target. The only target that exists is me. So Leatherhead is just going to be attacking my corpse on the ground and doesn't realize as he's taking damage from Leo. It's a good stage.
Yeah, nicely done.
So what was once the most difficult fight in the game is now pretty trivial. I didn't want it to trivial before that fight. They've been known to surprise us.
Yeah, it's
У
funny
Донателло
how when
было
you're in a
мало
game
хп,
with,
и он
one health the entire
слился,
time,
как
how
вы
very
видели.
small surprise, changes to what
И
you're
так как
expecting.
есть единственный персонаж, которого может атаковать, это именно Донателло, то он атаковал его как бы мертвого, даже не понимая, что его дамажит кто-то другой.
You take left. So one thing that we have to be extra mindful of is dive kicking. Since we are playing with friendly fire on, it's obviously really critical that Mecha doesn't die, but I can also die and lose lives and just eat our resources. Most of the foot soldiers in this game are hard-coded to counterattack dive kicks.
Even if I dive kick, they can like recognize that.
Yes. Yeah. The deputy? All right, where's the sheriff? Is he later in the stage?
I think he's hanging out on the final stage.
The final?
Yeah.
Might be one
I'll
more.
get this one. I lied.
No.
I wasn't ready. My bad.
I'll take all the
Okay.
others. So yeah, dive kicking is the fastest way to cover ground. But when we dive kick, we are at risk of killing the other player through enemy counterattacks. Move up a bit. There you go. Cool. Yeah, there's a little bit of a seam there that we can take advantage of where neither of them can hit us.
So in this upcoming screen, they're going to take advantage of the fact that to do the special attack, they hit both buttons simultaneously, and I use the word simultaneously very loosely. There's a window after jumping to hit the attack button where it'll accept it as the special input, and so by delaying that a little bit, he's putting his turtle higher in the air and hitting those where he normally, if he did it just standing flat on the ground, it wouldn't reach high enough to hit those.
Sheriffs. Thank you. Yeah, and I also have to do that with Dr. C to hit the helicopters. I think you do too, but I think Leo has a slightly bigger window. I have to get almost max height to hit the helicopters with the special. I'm not fighting these.
Yeah, mine aren't nearly as bad.
Версия с неубиваемым Шреддером. Это реально такая есть? Они, я думаю, об этом скажут на последнем уровне.
So it's pretty common to like try and special them and they just parry. They move like 1 pixel down and then just kill you. That's terrible.
Just shows up and immediately fires his gun.
Yeah, sometimes he doesn't even show up. Sometimes bullets just fly across the screen.
Yeah, the rock soldiers also.
I'm gonna shovel.
It's a pretty minor thing, but they do have a little bit more health.
Не скажут, это же пиратки были. Да, они все равно все знают.
Instead of being able to use like the scoop to kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, since the special is a simultaneous attack, sometimes I can jump and like get hit out of it, and that's what happened there. Like I went to go do the special, but the electric barrier hit me before I can actually activate it.
Yeah.
А это уже последний уровень, да? Или нет? А, нет, еще вряд ли.
All right, we have $200 from Madrigal. Who says, "Don't break anything." We have $75 from Miss.
Да, я посмотрел, что у них estimate 40 минут стоит, то есть тут ран примерно минутки на 32.
Not the time for that.
All right. Nothing to see here.
Или нет? А, тут даже не Шреддер.
Come on, Razar. I'm gonna let him kill me here. Nope. I'm gonna let him kill me. So Razar is, he's normally not a big deal, but he sometimes does this ice breath dance and just gets out of the way. We want him to do the claw as quickly as possible so we can kind of do a similar fight to Leatherhead and a similar fight to what we're gonna see here, where he just targets my corpse and Leo gets 3 hits on him. Even though Leo's special is the second weakest, If you can get enemies to just stand completely in place, his DPS is just unparalleled.
Yeah, the other turtles, it can be a lot harder to get these double hits in with.
Yeah, it also has a ton of active frames on it too, so it's just kind of there.
It just hits a big
And his
area.
DPS is so good that it's not even worth me fighting.
Yeah.
Like even when I come back, I just tank the hits.
That used to be one of the hardest fights too.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'll just stand on here and see what happens. And then when PJ came back, he was like, all right, I'll start attacking him. I was like, wait a minute. Let me try something. Stay still. Don't move.
You just stay there and get yours.
Yeah.
Dr. C giving the thumbs up here. He's like, oh, Krang spaceships in the sky? All right, good.
Oh, he's getting
They all
away.
look over.
Sweet.
All right, this is where Leo really shines. In single player runs, they almost exclusively use Raph. We'll sometimes switch, like for certain bosses, to a different turtle. But even in single player runs, they want Leo here because, I mean, his special lasts for so long, and you're in such a confined space, you don't really need mobility. So, like, the whole Mauser ball can just be cleared instantly. These platform guys, which take 2 hits, one to knock him off the platform. This guy might escape, just let him go. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes these guys spawn faster than normal.
Да, и говорят, что типа даже если играешь в синглплеере, то, как правило, здесь хотят играть на Леонардо, потому что у него очень длинный спешл.
I hope GDQ staff has someone standing by with a fire extinguisher for when the inevitable happens and Team PLC causes the nest to explode. We have $250 from Zek Harvey, who says to PJ and Mecha Richter.
В общем-то, очень долго длится, и поэтому он успевает и скинуть этих ребят с платформочки, вот этой вот, на которой они летают, и при этом убить их потом.
But we still managed to beat the whole game using that.
Yeah, we just played through anyways. We figured if we can beat it while we can't see anything, we should be able to beat it.
So
when we can.
all the names for
Пусть
everything
будет
was messed up
длинный.
except Toka. That was the only one. It's like, you expect him.
They know not to mess with Toka.
Toka is a true champion.
Toka will send them through the ceiling.
В ранних пиратах это был последний босс, дальше игра не шла. Так это же и не Шреддер был. А, или в смысле Шреддер именно вот этот первый был.
So one kind of nuance of running most beat 'em ups, and this one certainly, is that enemies tend to show up in waves. So like in this game, typically you'll see waves of 3, where there's 3 enemies coming out at once. And when you've killed all 3 of them, then it progresses either to the next wave or you're allowed to advance this.
I'm not messing with these guys.
There are some places in this game where it has a wave of like 5 enemies. So when you kill,
don't. Okay.
So when you kill like one of the enemy of the wave, another one will show up. Because it can only have 3 enemies on screen.
I don't want. I'll take top guy.
Okay.
So it's kind of a nuance that they want to try and clear the entire wave. Even if they kill 1 or 2 guys quickly, it doesn't really matter.
Ну, я-то это и имел в виду. Это ж великий могучий русский язык, понимаешь? Длиннодействующая атака пойдет тебе так?
The buzz beeps are scary because you don't have much time to react to them.
Yeah, it's just the first one. After that, we can just special to
camp them.
Yeah.
The rooftop this is another really critical stage. This is really the last critical stage where we want to absolutely have the ghost turtle glitch active, because there are a ton of extra spawns with proper 2 players.
Yeah, and the final stage, for whatever reason, it's the same no matter what how many players you have.
Да, этот Леонардо все еще находится в Ghost моде, поэтому если... Ну, то есть игра его не распознает вообще, как будто бы... Ну, не распознает его так, что он вообще находится в игре, поэтому если бы они играли нормальный мод на двоих, то этих волн было бы гораздо больше. Они бы гораздо дольше дрались на... Ну, не на каждой... Не на каждом уровне, в общем-то, вот там... Откуда они вылетали-то? Что это вообще за хрень была? Из летающей коробки, короче. И опять такая же фигня.
Come get it, Toka.
And they'd like him to punch so that they can get the extra damage, but...
Nice.
Very nice fight.
Well done.
Атакует только Донателло, Донателло умирает.
Invincibility frames if he does pretty much anything. Like when he goes to jump, I can attack cancel and he'll lose his iframes there. And when he does that,
The rapid punch.
А босс еще атакует
he
Донателло.
loses all his frames and like it's like a 2-second attack, so he just gets his.
Yeah, a lot of enemies have attacks where they drop their iframes. But for Toka, all of his attacks are really middle and very long duration. So it's especially good there.
He has one attack. Fortunately,
I want you to lead until
Okay.
Aladdin's.
there's one attack that we didn't see where he like punches you towards the electric barrier. And there
Ты,
was one
мистер
time
Пох,
where
я
he punched
смотрю,
me through the
специалист в
ceiling.
этой игре, да?
I got electrocuted.
Yeah, it was really amazing. It was quite a display of power. Okay. This is a long wave, right? Like
Yeah.
8?
I think it's just these guys. Yep.
Okay.
Здравствуй, держи
These
себя.
ones and then Reds. I'll let you take him.
Okay.
Take him.
We have $250 from Dasterin. Shoutouts to Team PLC. Here's hoping the equipment can withstand the combined power of PJ and Mecha.
Helicopter.
Yep.
Nice.
Those are the other 2 helicopters in the game, so there's only 4 total.
The baseball stars?
Nice. Sliding to home.
Yeah, they reuse most of the enemies a lot in this game, and then there's a handful that just show up like once or twice.
Is it Belmondo's?
Eggs next.
Yep.
No. Just leave it up. So we really like to stagger these eggs so that like one of them doesn't hatch early. This one we can do.
Yeah, so if you attack one of them twice, it groups them up perfectly, which is ideal. But sometimes they'll just like spawn to the far left or far right, or off screen, which have happened a couple times
Spear
before.
riders here. Stay back. Stay back.
Okay.
В то время было реально сложно ее пройти, но я смог. Сложно сказать, сколько попыток было сделано, ни одна состня.
Splash.
Yep. Rollers.
Yep.
And then crazies. Oh, buckets. That's right.
Might as well be crazy.
The bucket throwers are nasty in this game. This is the long wave, right? Like
Yeah.
You.
Okay.
Pizza.
Yeah, that's a pizza
All right, that
rush.
was the pizza rush. That's one of the scariest parts
Yeah.
of the game.
The Bazooka Joe's just sitting there waiting for you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want this pizza? Come and get it.
Come get it. See what happens.
So since I'm still not being targeted, I just stand here and Mother Mother's trying to like slowly go down to attack PJ. And I'm just kind of sitting in front of his
Nice.
hitbox just to take out
All right,
those Mothers
grenade
as they come out. And
Nicely
yeah,
done.
easy fight.
All right. Let's give an extra big round of applause to Mecha because at this point it doesn't really matter if we don't have Ghost Turtle Glitch because all the spawns are going to be the same from here till the end of the game. But he played through like the entirety of this game without taking a hit, which is crazy. It's ridiculously hard.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm like, it seems like I'm keeping my cool, but I'm constantly like panicking.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, there's pizza here you take.
Because like the only time we can activate the glitch, we can only do it twice in stage 3, and that's it.
Yeah. The
So-
2 times you saw it were the only 2 that you can do it.
Yeah. So after
buzz
that,
beeps, buzz beeps.
after that, it's just
Rock
chaos.
filters.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's easy to like underestimate because you see them take hits once in a while, and it almost means nothing to take a hit normally, but when you ride your health to the 1, it matters. And well,
Even when I
bit
have
more.
health, I'm still panicking.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like these guys that aren't even targeting him, if they still jump kick in and he's recovering from a special or he's in the middle of a shovel, they can just land on him and he's dead.
Yeah.
We are playing on the US version. You cannot change the number of lives that you start with in this. You can in the Japanese version, but not this one.
Well, there is a cheat code to change it in this one, but
Cheat code.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And there's also easy mode for some reason.
There's also extra hard copyright.
Extra
mode.
copyright mode.
So if you can like break the copyright symbol in the title screen,
Sure.
it just does some very bad things to the game. It's actually impossible to
One more.
complete because the first shredder is invincible. You can't actually kill him. And we did that by accident once. Back in 2013, we were
Rollers.
just like playing and.
Вот
like,
что они говорили,
Rockstar
First
took,
Shredder
like,
is
100
invincible.
hits.
Yeah,
Что
we're
я
like,
упустил
that
нить.
seemed like more health. I don't know, maybe. And then we got to the Stone Warriors. We used a special. It didn't die, and he just clubbed us. And you're like, all right, yeah, something's not right here. This guy's jumping.
Yep.
The bucket, he could have had me for sure.
You should have died like 10 times.
Yeah, I know. I'm overdue. This guy knows. They called in the expert.
Ну вот, видите,
You need a
видите.
turtle removed.
Они же это сказали.
Terminator's here. I got my girder. I deserve that.
Yeah, you did. You absolutely did. All right, the top purple's
Yeah.
What are we gonna do for Krang?
I don't know.
1, 2. We're both gonna get. Excuse me.
You!
No, no,
Excuse.
You're way overkill.
Excuse me.
Just don't die. For
I think I activated reverse copyright mode.
All right, so they're coming up on Krang.
Oh, that's good actually.
Okay.
They're coming up on Krang, and Krang is a menace, and the game knows it because he has his own theme. Krang has 3 phases here. The
I would say attack him until your health is low, and then I'll come in.
Okay.
Yeah, the first phase he's gonna
Like that, yeah.
maybe get walked into the corner. I don't know where it thinks you are. The second phase.
Time for the panic.
So yeah, phase 2, Krang splits up, and his pants do whatever they want.
I'll die.
All right,
You'll get an extra life. We'll be fine on Shredder still, I think.
That was good.
and yeah, so
Напряженка, напряженка.
manipulating single player health for Super Shredder.
Yeah.
Такая же фигня, соответственно, они переходят к следующему боссу, как будто бы один игрок.
So Super Shredder has one attack in particular they really want him to do where he shoots lightning. Every other attack he has is moderate, but when he shoots lightning...
Вот мне интересно, он разлил на себя какую-то хрень.
And gives him a lot of opportunities to hit him.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Come on, Shredder. Yes.
Wow.
One more, please.
Да, он разлил на себя какую-то хрень.
That's not it, but...
А почему у него костюм поменялся?
Wow.
This might kill me.
Yeah, these chops and kicks. He can shoot a fireball too, but as long as one of the turtle's close to him, he usually won't do that.
You take
that.
Time. Nicely done.
Very good.
What a fight.
35, 39.
Wow.
That's 12 seconds off our record.
Nice.
Wow.
That was pretty all right.
With having to set up the
With
glitch again.
having to redo
Он разлил на себя мутаген, который сделал из черепах гуманоида.
Yeah, we got some mileage out of that fight, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow.
А одежда почему у него
Yes,
поменялась?
that was a pretty great run. I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with that. One more shout out that I want to make is the Tasser. Well, the most
Где
recent
реализм?
Tasser, Geese. So this glitch, the Ghost Turtle glitch, was actually
Говорит,
found
что
in
на 12 секунд
2012, and no one knew it.
они опоздали
And
от
he stumbled upon
своего
this
же
post in,
рекорда.
a Chinese forum buried somewhere, and then was like, hey, why isn't anybody doing this? So he brought it to the rest of the world, and it's like completely revolutionized
Michelangelo.
the task. So it's been a huge
Donatello.
find. We dropped our co-op time by like a minute 10 after
Yeah.
finding this, and we still have like another minute to go. So it's been a tremendous
Номерчик.
find. It's been great. Anything else? I think I'm good.
Shout outs to Taco Libre.
Shout out to Taco Libre. Yeah. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. We're just getting started here. We've got so much great content, including the big boy himself, Cool Kid, up next. So don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
We have $250 from the Bearded One. So excited to see Team Poor Life Choices at SGDQ. Love the streams, love the runs, and love Doctors Without Borders. We have $250 from Grath. Bold move letting PJ break the stream at the very beginning of the week in prime time. We have $15 from Daneno. It's awesome to see PJ and Mecha do a co-op run after so long. Can't wait to see what goes wrong this time. We have a $1,000 donation from John Bidwell. Says a Team PLC run is a great and or unfortunate way to begin a GDQ. Good luck to anyone who plays Jenga and the runners too, I guess. We have a $50 donation from Lycosa Day. Says, here's to a full showing of Team PLC and to the staff, making sure nothing lights on fire as a result.
Так, следующая игра у нас будет Super Mario Bros. 2.
We have a $15 donation from Z in the Oasis. In the spirit of turtles, I thought I'd shell out some bucks.
Да, что ж такое-то?
Oh, you all enjoyed that. Don't act like you didn't. Bad jokes, bad jokes. We have a $100 donation from Fubajube. Good luck on the run, PJ and Mecha. Awesome to see you guys help kick off the start of SGDQ this year. Here's to a week of awesome games run by awesome people. We'll be right back after a brief ad from Twitch.
Что-то раньше они не кидали столько реклам. Как жаль, что я рекламы не вижу.
All right, now we're going to throw it over to an interview. It's Feasel interviewing PJ and Mecha Richter.
Hey everybody, I'm Feasel, and I'm here with PJ and Mecha Richter, who just finished their run of TMNT 3. What a run, guys. Thank you so much for running that game.
Oh, our pleasure.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it. Already the first day, and one of my
А
favorite.
какой, кстати, story мод в этом?
Imagine that.
В ТМНТ, который 4-я часть. Fighting.
So how long have you two been running this game together?
6 years.
Something like
I
that,
think.
yeah.
Well, maybe, I guess a little longer than 6 years. We ran it at SGDQ 13.
Goodness, do you even remember what it was like to start learning this game in the first place? How'd you get started with
It was
this?
impossible.
Impossible?
Yeah.
Like, just can't even beat
Yeah, it was, it's so hard to coordinate things in that game, and you're like, you either don't kill enemies efficiently or you're playing at 1 health.
Right.
But yeah, like I forced Mecha Richter into learning Battletoads and Double Dragon with me first.
Yeah, that was HQ 2012. He's like, hey, play this game. It's pretty fun.
Here it's great. You'll love it. So then to pay him back, I let him pick a game for us to run.
Oh, this was your pick, huh?
Yeah. It was my fault.
Yeah. And I had played it as a kid, but was obviously terrible at it. So it was pretty tough for me to like learn all the spawns and remember how the enemies work and how the game flows. It was pretty difficult. Like especially when you're playing it here with no health, so you have to know exactly when the enemies are going to spawn and from where they're going to spawn or where you think they're going to spawn. And if you don't, then the enemy will just walk on screen and punch you.
So like the specials are kind of a double-edged sword in a way too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So for the longest time, we were just trying to play it as safe as possible because we weren't sure where all those spawns were coming. And then as time went on, we, developed a lot of good strats to figure out where everything was spawning, where we needed to go, where PJ needed to go, and
you sit in the corner.
Yeah.
And I'll kill these enemies.
So did you have much one-player experience with the game as a speedrun, or you just kind of picked it up specifically for co-op?
Yeah.
Why this game in particular? Just like lack of good NES co-op games, and you're like, let's
pretty much, yeah.
Like, bottom of the barrel through this. No, or did something really draw you to this game in particular?
I guess there wasn't really any co-op runs for it, so just something new to try out. I know there was co-op runs for games like Double Dragon 2, River City Ransom,
Chip and Dale.
Right.
This is another game too that like really strongly benefits from co-op. So like there are other, on SNES in particular, there are a lot of co-op games, but just having the second player there causes so much lag, you're going to be like 40 minutes behind what a single player run is. So it's always attractive to have a game that would actually be faster and more beneficial to have 2 players as opposed to 1.
Right, so it actually is faster with 2 players.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Omquat's best, I think, is like a 35, 30 something, 36 or 35.
Something like that, yeah.
So our co-op time
Студия? Не, ну... Блин, мне кажется...
But for a while, his run was just so good that
Да хрен его знает, года так... Ну, в 15-м году вряд ли было, но в 16-м уже, да, что-то появилось, по-моему. Просто как бы, это освещение набирает, я думаю, достаточно много денег с донатов. Даже если все донаты идут собственно говоря, на благотворительность, то если они после каждой игры будут бросать хотя бы минутную рекламу, то на 133 тысячи, скорее всего, нерусскоязычной аудитории, большинства нерусскоязычной аудитории, они нормально соберут себе.
No, the task is impossible.
Okay, it's not human doable.
No, I mean, so for every wave, you know how many enemies are going to spawn and when they're going to spawn, but you don't know where. So the task is able to kill every single enemy before it gets on screen. But for us, I mean, we could try, and they'll just appear 3 pixels lower and punch us.
Okay, so it's not a very predictable game.
No, not at all.
Okay, so
a lot of it was like just playing. I mean, you have 4 turtles to choose from. So like at the beginning, I think I was using Mike, and you might have started with Leo. But we'd cycle through a bunch of different combinations, and every time you die, you can pick a new turtle. So we toyed around with, okay, well maybe Raph is really good in this stage, and then I'll switch to Dr. C for the boss, or maybe Mike for the sewers. And
блин, PJ такой толстый стал, ё-моё.
It's so unpredictable, you can't really like save state grind.
На Кейка похож, но Кейк потому что тоже жирный уже.
Just keep throwing full runs at it and get very different patterns to see how things are going to work long term.
Sure. Did you do any net play?
Yeah, almost exclusively net play.
So how did because you two don't live anywhere near each other.
No.
Yeah.
Right. How did that go with the lag though? I mean, it's surprising that you could get marathon practice on net play.
It wasn't too much different for me. For PJ, it was a little different for the dirtbag fight.
Yeah. So TMNT3 in general isn't a super input-heavy game. So it's not like for Battletoads and Double Dragon, it was impossible. Like it was super hard to transition from net play to console. But for this, it's like, you know, you're walking up to an enemy and you're going to special him. You have a 4.5-second window to hit this guy. 2 frames isn't going to make a big difference. But the big things were like chaining special attacks. So making sure that once the special ends, you can start another one. That was difficult to transition from net play to console. But everything else was pretty much fine.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, I really appreciated that run, and thank you so much for talking with me.
Oh, thanks for having us.
All right, let's give PJ and Mecha Richter a hand here. Thanks, guys. Coming up next. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we got Super Mario Brothers 2 being run by Cool Kid. I'm going to throw it over there to the front. Looks like they're almost ready. Thanks, everybody.
Не знаю, ребят, после Super Mario Bros. Как бы идет Donkey Kong Country, Kirby Nightmare. Это не очень, я вам скажу, наверное, интересно будет. Ну, мне, по крайней мере. Не знаю, как вам.
Hello, SGDQ. My name is The Cove. I'll be here for your next couple runs. And speaking of after the Super Mario Bros. 2 run, I do want to just rep to say that we are getting really, really close to hitting that Donkey Kong Country 2 All Stages incentive. We are at $12,712 out of $15,000. Let's try to get those last $2,300. And speaking of that, we have $100 from A17 Tabris saying greetings from work. Let's get
Vice City после чего? Ни Vice City, ни Battletoads, ни Марио 1, ни Марио 3, ни Боши, ни Сан Андреаса. Ничего нету на этом GDQ. Грустный смайлик. Rain Cat или Cat Rain, как там. Да блин, по букве N не могу попасть. Да ё-моё.
We also have $50 from Lars87. Greetings from Norway and good luck to all the runners.
Нет, никакой GTA не будет вообще. Я даже вот нажму Ctrl-F, напишу Grand. Grand. Есть только Grand Pooh Bear и Grand Pooh World. Grand Pooh Bear это раннер, Grand Pooh World это игра. Где MC4 будет? Нет, будет первая.
My friends PJW doing most of the commentary, and my honorary Swede friend Apollo. All right, so I'll be playing the all levels category, which is
TMR не будет, да.
Run through the game, 20 levels, 7 worlds, and I'm also I'm playing the Japanese version of the game, which is funnily enough called Super Mario USA, because this game was originally just released in USA. Are you all right? So yeah, I'll starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so he's immediately starting with Toad here. Toad is the only character in this game that actually runs
Блин, не знаю, может быть поспать стоит сегодня. А может и будет. После этого рано и посмотрим. Собственно говоря, в игре есть 4 персонажа. Марио — это просто Марио, у него нет никаких особенностей. Тот бегает на 20% быстрее, если он несет кого-то на себе. Какой спать топовая игра. Так после этого... Я же это смотрю.
Yeah, Birdo here shoots an egg every 256 frames.
But yeah, so the reason why I did grab the 1-up is because if you game over, you have to replay the entire world, so... There's some really tough stages later on, which it's pretty likely that I'll take a death.
Вот. Это такие особенные гличи какие-то непонятные.
And here's the veggie attempt. Didn't get it. That's frame perfect. Saves a few seconds, but it's whatever.
I did fortunately make the early the Birdo cycle here, so I'm not gonna lose as much time.
Вот, кстати говоря, этот чувак держит мировой рекорд по этой игре, поэтому в его скилле, я думаю, не стоит сомневаться, насколько он крут.
Yeah, what he was trying to do back there was, after entering subcon and then returning back to the real world, on the first frame you regain control.
Вот, собственно говоря, в этом ране, я думаю, он будет использовать всех вроде бы персонажей, только я не знаю, зачем ему в некоторых случаях Марио. Наверное, Марио все-таки прыгает немножечко выше, чем тот.
Here's another attempt at the floor clip. This one's a lot more impactful than the 1-in-1-1, so cross your fingers. Nice.
Флор клип такой, Это, конечно, прикольные вещи. Я почти в такую играл. В смысле? Вроде нет.
First kind of boss mouse there. Okay.
Nice fight.
Thank you. That was pretty good.
Да, у Марио нету никаких особенностей, поэтому как-то так. Привет, турок. Вот, Луиджи прыгает очень высоко и далеко, соответственно. Принцесска может... Я не знаю, как ее тут именно зовут. Пич, наверное, все-таки, да?
He's going to be collecting the 5th cherry during this digging screen, near the very end of it, so that he can hopefully take the star to Birdo.
We'll see what... This part out here is pretty tricky because what can happen is that the star won't appear if there are too many sprites on your screen. So there's a sniff.
Так, о чем я говорил? Что-то я его заслушался.
Oh yeah, the star did.
Oh, what?
So they're supposed to spawn a star.
Луиджи прыгал дальше и сильнее пробуксовывал. Ну, та как бы тоже Супер Марио 2, но та японская Супер Марио 2. Оригинально выпущенная, соответственно, вторая часть, которая позже именовалась Lost Levels.
Stars are pretty finicky too. Where they spawn depends on the placement of the global timer as well.
Вот. Принцесса может летать какое-то количество времени. У Марио никаких особенностей нет. Он просто чувак в красной кепке. Как бы заметно быстрее тот бежит. Когда несет что-то в руках.
Absolutely. We do have $20 from Tutu.
Все будешь показывать? Не.
Keep it up and never give up. We have $25 from Dr. T Max saying donating for all stages in DKC2. Let's see those Lost World levels. And as an update, we're only $1,400 away now, so keep those donations coming for that Donkey Kong Country 2 all stages incentive.
So yet another bird fight.
He was hoping for an egg there. If he releases that mushroom block right as Birdo shoots an egg, he can get like a bounce shot, which deals 2 hits back to back.
Вот, у него не получился один глич. Что если бы он бросил вот этот, я не знаю, что это за, не знаю, банка со сметаной какая-то. Что если бы он бросил его в нужное время, то когда Бёрда выстреливает яйцом, он мог сделать так, чтобы это яйцо отскочило обратно в него же, соответственно, он нанес бы 2 дэмэджа вместо 1. Ну, вы поняли.
You can just run directly into him and throw that, what is it, like a tweeter to get like bounce shots.
So I'm not gonna need this star. It's not gonna benefit me, so here I'm actually gonna have to get the key. There's no way to skip this.
Also the last digging for a while.
Yeah, until World 6, I believe.
Такие лабиринты сделаны в этой игре. Такой маленький Тоад. Но ведь Тоад это жаба, скажете вы. Почему он в форме гриба?
tricky when I was small. It gets pretty laggy, but
pretty laggy.
It's gotta be careful too. All right.
Nice.
All right.
Вот как ответить на этот вопрос? Я не знаю.
All right, so that was
Почему
close.
они
So
тот
far,
называются?
We've only played Toad, starting in next level is when we're gonna start using other characters besides Toad.
Вот, со следующего левела, говорит, будем использовать других
End up
персонажей.
using every character in the run at some point, but it's primarily Toad and Luigi, because those are they're the best characters for speed in this.
Yeah, Toad's speed is the most critical thing in this run. And Luigi's got that flutter jump.
This boss fight is going to be pretty scary if I was small. If I'm big, it's no concern, but...
Нет, он тот.
I'm just
Так,
gonna
так и есть, как бы тот, тот.
Nice.
Whew. That was another orb, by the way. Alright, there we go. Princess time.
Yeah, the princess here is only going to be used for her hover. You're going to see it really soon. That's
Ну
not
да,
it.
если вот это вот то, что он сейчас сделал, называется плавать.
This is the entire reason.
Got it.
Nice. And then
Привет,
the ladder
Антох.
jump here to basically skip the stage. You can just walk along ceilings.
Нет, ни одной GTA нету в списке игр на этом GDQ. Даже
Yeah,
Battletoads
that's the
нету.
level. So this bird fight is quite tricky to get done right. So I'm hoping I'm gonna get either an egg or a fireball at
Да
start.
я понял. Я не прикапываюсь, просто это смешно
Never an
звучит.
egg. Never an egg.
Oh, that was close. So I'm playing this very safe right now, but
I think this is the Birdo fight I hate the most in the game.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, guys.
Or, yeah.
But yeah, if the fight goes well, if I would have gotten an egg at the start, it would have been fine. But yeah, unfortunately not. But it's okay either way. So here goes Mario
Марио
time
прыгает дальше.
Mario.
in a Mario game.
Yeah, crazy.
Реально
His
так и
jumps
есть,
just
как
work
долго
perfectly
она...
for the stage, so. You pick up this ninja.
Я вот только не понимаю, а как...
And then he's going to be using this ninja to charge a jump at the very top here.
Как Марио прыгает дальше, если он
Just keeps
прыгает
getting the
ниже,
key,
чем
saves
Луиджи?
a lot of time.
Nice double jump. I don't think I explained that yet. So if you jump through the top left corner or the top right corner of an enemy such that you pass through what's effectively the standable floor of the enemy's head, you can trick the game into thinking you're still standing, which allows you to basically jump again in midair.
Нет, больше не будет. На этом GDQ нету даже Марио 3, Марио 1.
Oh, ladders. They're so finicky.
My thumb almost slipped off the D-pad. All right, so here's the second Mouser fight.
Что вообще
This one I hit
интересное
5
будет?
times instead of 3 times, and I believe this is one of the harder fights.
Блин,
in
ну
the
я
game.
вчера список игр со всеми вами смотрел.
Yeah, for this one, you really want to get here at a pretty consistent frame. That way his pattern's very predictable.
Alright, it's gonna be very quick, but it's gonna be
Дейзи все-таки в этой части, да?
really taking my time here, but
Nice fight.
nice. Alright.
Не Пич?
And that's it. No more Mario for the rest of the run.
Ее типа Тотстул зовут в Super Mario World, да?
Alright, cool kid, if I can jump in real quick. We did
Peach,
just
наверное, в
meet the
первом
DKC 2 All Stages
Может, и
incentive, so
Daisy.
great job, everybody.
Oh, speaking of which, if you have any more donations to read out, now is the perfect time to do it, because World 4 is...
There's nothing going on here.
Sure, we got plenty. We got $250 from John Star 12. Let's go Toad. We have $200 from Old Neckbeard. Good luck, everybody. We have $10 from Michael A. Simmons.
Дейзи единственная темноволосая принцесса? Ох ты ж, какая инфа, ни хрена себе.
Shoutouts to my dude, Cool Kid.
Thank you. All right. 4-2. Now, this level.
Блин, Пинат, я уже нить разговора потерял.
Okay.
That's not good.
So, the way the rockets work is that they will only blast off every second or so.
Блин, вот этот уровень реально так прикольно смотреть. Все вперед летит, а ты такой типа мимо всех хоп-хоп, пригнулся, перепрыгал, выпрыгнул.
If I'm slow here, I'm gonna get an unfavorable star spawn, like position. Probably gonna be too slow here, so I might have to, we'll see.
You should probably go with safer cherry farm.
See here, we blast off immediately.
Nah, I'm just no.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to ride the little cart. All right. Get those cherries.
The scenic route.
Yeah. So this is what I want to do to Birdo back in 2-1.
There we go.
Yeah, that was a quick orb. Alright, so Luigi, good. It's very important that
Похоже, что моряков жена в каждом порту, Марио принцесса в каждом замке. Грибы Гумба. Так здесь же они не Гумба. Гумба это в первом Марио. Здесь какие-то вообще другие чепуши.
So here you go.
Here's the jump. This skips 2 long towers.
And here is.
And following orb is the Fry Guy fight. Just 3 hits here to split Fry Guy into 4 mini Fry Guys. Should be 2 more hits. Good. No soft lock.
No soft lock. Куда Дарбиан делся? Да не знаю, Дарбиана уже 2 года как нету, видимо. А нет, год. В Real Life, наверное, ушел. Что делать-то ему еще?
This is a good stage to see that into. There's some tricky jumps here.
Здравствуй, Санячик. Давно что-то не виделись.
Nice.
There's a one up here, but since the run's been going really well so far, I'll forego it.
Alright, this is one of the other worst birdos in the game.
Oh, kind of messed up, but
yeah.
Oh.
Блин, они такие, когда маленькие, прикольные, у них у всех такая огромная башка.
So the benefit of using Luigi again is his jumps. He can jump really high and really far.
Шешин, кстати, еще привет.
Yeah,
провтыкал тебя. Я-то думал, что про моряка разговоры. Вот, если кто не знает, то эта игра была полностью срисована с игры Doki Doki Panic. Не знаю, как именно уровни. Может быть, даже уровни те же самые. Но добавлены были 4 героя, у которых разные особенности есть.
Alright, nice, got that. It's a cool little trick. I might actually be able to go for the fast fight despite getting hit, because I got trick.
Yeah, so if everything works out perfectly here, Cool Kid's gonna trade egg throws and kind of finish here with the fish.
Oops, that was...
Birdo's not really cooperating.
I'm really just taking my time here. Yeah, it's really hard too, because when you're doing runs, playing runs,
в режиме стелс.
There we go. So, I mean, the fight play out a certain way, but when it doesn't play out in a certain way, you plan way, it can be really hard to get a good fight, like recover from.
Yeah, this game's really punishing because of the global timer. You basically need to play stages perfectly to get the pattern you want at the very end for the boss fights. Little stalling here to get these bombs to line up correctly so you can bomb these 2 walls back to back. And took damage.
Что-то ему вообще не везет, он постоянно получает урон от того, от кого не нужно.
Ah. Well, it's no longer deathless.
Взял, зафейлил.
If I'm small, I have to throw it. See, if I'm big, I can just throw like that. But if I'm small, I have to throw it behind, to the right.
Yeah, it changes it. Here's a nice slide. Get through that area.
Thank you.
Clapping for the slide.
Как сам вообще? Да, нормально. Сплю, правда, мало. И туплю, соответственно, много.
Devs in this run are they're pretty quick.
Yeah. We're gonna see another fast carpet here, much like in 1-2.
Это был плановый гуф,
He's
конечно.
gonna get this pidget off, respawn the pidget, go to the original carpet, and now he has full speed.
All right, so I'm gonna pick up thank you, a shag on the way. Try for a double hit. Nice.
Nice.
Good.
Almost a triple.
Oh yeah. Speaking of triple hits.
Baby, it's triple. О, он волджамп только что сделал.
The clockwork fight.
This is the actual worst boss in the game. Let's see if he cooperates. He wants to bounce these rocks along the right side and hopefully get a multi-hit here. Okay, if the crab moved to the left, then kind of like that, he could have got like 3, 4, even 5 hits in. Overall, that was a really good fight.
All right, 6-1.
И, кстати говоря, в отличие от других Марио, ну, там, допустим, первого, там, Lost Levels, здесь почему-то 7 уровней. В Super Mario World, конечно, нифига не 7.
And because you guys have probably missed this for a while, here's more digging. Has to get this key to get the Birdo at the very end.
Знакомые креветки и скелеты в песке? Где ж ты их видел?
And now Birdo's green, so Birdo's only gonna spit fire. So Cool Kid has to use that block to kill her. This is a big stage. I'm gonna be quiet for this one, let it speak for itself.
Что? Чисто по-читерски проходит, короче говоря.
Nice.
Изейший для Луиджи.
All those jumps just magically work out for Luigi.
That's a very good boss fight too.
Yeah, really sick fight. And coming up in 6-3.
Вот, да, и он уже сказал, что с того момента, как Бёрдо стал зеленым, он будет стрелять только огнем, поэтому он постоянно берет вот эти вот банки из-под сметаны. Небольшой. Небольшой шорткат, как это сказать, срез, типа, да?
Nice bounce shot. Really sick.
О, удалось ему сделать такой bounce shot.
Here's try Clyde 2. Just gonna go back and forth with these mushroom blocks.
А, это mushroom blocks. Это гриб, оказывается. Я-то думал банка со сметаной. А, в 11 уровне, где прыгаешь. Мать моя женщина, я что-то прям все.
Actually, that's not true. No, there's an orb in 7-2 as well. Anyway, first part of the level, you want to make sure you get to the rocket here fast enough. I made it. Because again, they'll only blast off every second. And if I get there on that cycle, it means that I have a chance to get a quick kill in the boss fight later on.
Yeah, I think it's 64 frames or something along those lines. So some more ladder jumps here. Hopefully, Birdo cooperates.
Yeah, I have no idea what kind of pattern she's going to give me now, so it's most likely just going to jump back and forth. So you cannot use the pickup animation to not take damage. It's pretty neat. Second to last orb in the run.
Да, и как бы во время вот этой анимации поднятия чего-либо с земли персонаж ваш неуязвимый становится. Тоже прикольно. Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту. Ту-ту.
So again, similar to the earlier levels, I only have to make sure I get to Wart, final boss, fast enough. I don't have to play this level like perfectly.
Nice.
It's got good enough, so it's a good start. Definitely on pace on getting to Wart in the optimal cycle.
И еще при этом он сейчас, видите, бежит по верху, чего как бы быть не должно.
So that key is supposed to be stuck inside of Birdo, but since it did the skip, it's just, I don't know, it's just on the ground.
Он просто взял, короче говоря, выпрыгнул
And with this
оттуда
mushroom block, he's
через...
going to throw it right as he takes damage to get a double hit against this bird. And now the Wart fight. So the veggies here spawn in the set pattern. Cool Kid knows exactly where they're going to be.
I was a little slow at the start, unfortunately. So yeah. Oops. Crap.
And Wart's just going to shoot these bubbles in a pattern where it's one low stream followed by 3 high streams. Much like pink birdo eggs, these veggies spawn once every 4 seconds, roughly.
I'm not great at this boss fight when I have to try for these early hits, but that's alright.
This is a hard fight, man.
Yeah, again, if I get
Вот, и
here,
это немножко... Не то чтобы немножечко трудный, но немножечко бредовый файт, немножко бредовое сражение с боссом. То, что его можно бить только тогда, когда он бьет сам, то бишь открывает рот и выкидывает из своего рта какие-то шарики.
All right.
23-21. That's a sick time, dude.
Yeah, thank you. That's pretty good considering. Yeah, unfortunate fight at the end, but all right, nice. And yeah, thank you.
Там пацаны тусуют снизу вот эти.
Thank you, PGW commentary, Apollo, for holding it down. Is there anything you'd like to say, Apollo?
Go Sweden.
Go Sweden.
Go Sweden.
All right.
Вот такой вот ран.
We did have a $1,500 donation. Andrew Sampson says, "Thank you for making the world a better place. Let's see some Donkey Kong." We had $100 from Zerg Hug Party. I have high hopes for Cool Kids Run. Also, tell him I said Sega Genesis. Love you all. $50 from Anton Bowl. Good luck.
Так. Вот как бы то, с чего эта игра была срисована. Ну как, взято, в принципе. И музыка, и враги. Да, спидранком немножечко подхерили, я бы сказал. Они обновили. Только тут музыка немного другая. Немножечко хуже, скажем так. И нету выбора персонажей. Всегда есть какой-то вот этот Марио Араб. Это для Америки просто сделали. Ну да, это была выпущена в Америке игра. Оригинальная Марио 2 именуется Lost Levels, я ее как-то спидранил даже. Доки-доки Пэник называется. Вот эта игра. Ну, тем не менее. Так, ребятушки. Ну, а ВГН я не смотрел, поэтому не знаю.
Heave Ho tasks up to 4 players with a simple goal. Don't fall to your death.
Короче говоря, следующим на очереди идут такие игры, как Donkey Kong Country 2, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, Sonic Generations, Legend of Zelda, The Minish Cap. Играется она на Wii U. Поэтому я думаю, вряд ли кто-то вообще знает эту игру. Devil May Cry, Any% PC, Streets of Rage, Easy%, Genesis. Но это уже будет в 7-8 утра по моему времени, то бишь в 5 и в 6 утра по Москве. Generations будет через игру. Через 2 игры даже. Сейчас будут 2 рана, примерно 54-45 минут, ну плюс сетапы и прочее. Короче говоря, 2 часа еще.
And now we're ready to throw to an interview with Kizran and Mr. Shasta.
Hello, SGDQ 2019.
Так,
How is it going?
кто
It's
это?
your boy
Почему он
Kizran here, and I'm here with
такой
my good
гетеросексуал
pal,
дофига?
Mr. Shasta. How are you doing today, Mr. Underscore?
I'm doing very underscore good, Keith. How about you?
That is underscore fantastic to hear. So let's talk about something a little
Дима,
simple,
это
and we'll
ты?
get to
Да,
some of
вот
the
это я вот пухлый
potatoes and
стал
everything.
немножечко.
So, Mr. Shasta, why Mr. Shasta?
Well, so when I was like 12, I watched a show back, or rather, I watched a radio program back in the day in SoCal called Kevin Bean Show. If you're familiar with that, it's on K-Rock. It still goes on every morning. But they did a list of the top 20 worst sitcoms of the 90s. One was like fun list.
Так, ребятушки, что делаем? Мне не очень интересно смотреть Donkey Kong Country и Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland.
Back when I was 12, so I was like, I'm naming myself that everywhere. And eventually I was like, no, it's not that cool.
Поэтому предлагайте.
Well, now you're just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah.
So we talked about name origins, so let's go with some of like, you know, the most basic question here. What got you into speedrunning?
VC, действительно, Virtual Console написано. Блин, все-то ты знаешь. Пина.
He's kind of the reason why I came on Twitch in the first place. But I used to watch him all the time on YouTube and all that. And then he
Мы можем посмотреть что-то со старых GDQ, допустим, если есть какая-то интересная игра, допустим, которой нету на этом GDQ. А скорее всего, ее нету, потому что здесь нету ни хрена на этом GDQ примерно. Давай Боша катанем. Я не хочу играть в Боша. Я сегодня съездил, искупался в озерке. Мне кайф, я хочу посмотреть что-нибудь.
Multiple games, like you've done Kirby,
Я максимум могу в дотку поиграть.
Well, you are doing Kirby this time around, so let's kind of talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about some of the tricks that we're gonna see in your
И
run.
то как-то, ну, знаете ли.
The main one we do
Вряд ли.
I think we do like about 9 times now in the run. Used to be about 3 times, but we do these mixes in the run where you get 2 powers, you get 2 enemies together, give you a power, and it's a 4-frame window to get the power that you want out of it. Some of the mixes, it's like the 3rd power in the mix, some it's like a 6th power.
Блин, американец еще и шепелявый, но это ж капец.
It's hard to get, but we do it. I'm used to it. I practice it a lot. It's totally fine. Other than that, it's just all really fast movement and a lot of setups for bosses, for instance, which is really nice. I like movement-based runs mostly.
So it looks like we're gonna have like a pretty technical and execution-heavy run. So
It's gonna be great.
Let's go ahead and go to some social media. What do you think?
That sounds good to me.
All right, awesome. So we got this first question from CalRex1129 that asks, what was your first Kirby game to play casually?
It's actually this one, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. I played it when I was 7 or 8 years old. And funnily enough, I did kind of what I'm doing now with the game, which is being all in one session like this all the time growing up.
So this is just familiar territory for you then?
Yeah, like I did this sort of thing all the time, really. I didn't really do it fast. I didn't really know any strats, but I'd go through the whole game, see.
Какие, ребята, еще предложения?
Before dinner time, for instance.
Let's go ahead and go on to the next one. So we got from my son, a real cutie. What color socks are you wearing?
I'm wearing white socks right now, but I got some blue socks. It is boring, I agree.
You should run and change
I should have been more prepared for this interview, I'm sorry.
Like, how dare you? This is such a boring interview now.
It's the worst.
So we also have, I'm going to butcher this.
Amarillo.
Why am I doing the interview? You should be doing the interview. So what is your favorite power for Kirby to have?
Favorite power for Kirby to have? I like Sword a lot generally. In Nightmare and Dreamland, I like High Jump the most. That power is really fun. You'll see a lot in the run as well too.
Let's kind of piggyback off of that. So what would you say is your least favorite power?
Least favorite power? I think the one that's most useless, which is lights. There's 3 rooms in Nightmare and Dreamland that are dark, and light lights them up. It does nothing otherwise.
It's kind of like
you can even see the layout of the room too as well. It's very useless.
It's kind of like getting like Flash in Pokemon or something. It's just kind of pointless. Let's end with this one last social media question. So, this is from The Zaneless. How are you such a heckin' cutie? I want your secrets. Tell me.
It's genetics, baby.
Genetics? Hey. Now, one last question before I go ahead and throw it up to everyone else. So, you are a Smash player.
Yes, I am.
So you totally main Kirby in Smash, right?
If he wasn't low tier.
Пинат, я это даже не вычитаю.
He's fun to play in friendlies, but that's really about it. I'm Anger Ninja. I also have a really good Young Link and a pretty decent DK as well. That's really about it.
No Jigglypuff?
No Jigglypuff.
No Jigglypuff. I'm so sad.
I'm sorry.
Не, я боюсь сейчас, у меня стрим на YouTube идет, поэтому я не буду это видео включать.
Mr. Shasta, and I am no _Keyzeron, and we're gonna throw it back up your guys' way.
Так, ребят, есть идеи, что посмотреть?
Eventually.
Блин, Team Secret, Virtus.pro играют в час дня завтра. Как бы встать-то, а? Вот так проблема у Димаса, да? Встать в час дня. Фильм какой-нибудь. Блин, не люблю фильмы. Мы и так смотрели уже целых 3 матрицы. У меня все уже на 3 месяца вперед, можно сказать, можно не смотреть ничего.
We have an anonymous donation for $250. And then we also have $2,655.
Нифига себе. 2700 кто-то задонатил.
And now let's head over to Mike Canis with Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest.
Let's do this thing. All right. So, this is Mike Canis, and without further ado, let's get her started. Smurf! Oh, yeah.
Shout outs to
I forgot,
all the
I forgot
fly
the 3,
ladies
2, 1. Do you want to start
beach
over?
bodies. Oh, okay. Restart.
Yeah,
Restart.
yeah. Got to do a 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
You want me to give the 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, you do it. Man.
It's only traditional.
It's too hard to count down from 3, man. You got like 3 numbers you got to memorize. All right.
Tell me when you're ready.
I am ready.
3, 2, 1. Smurf!
Whoa! All right, all right.
So hey, what's going on, everyone? This is DKC2. So this may look a little bit different than any percent. That's because we're doing any percent all stages. So what we got to do is we have to do a developer-intended, I guess we could call it a cheat, I don't know. But it is developer-intended, so those 2 bananas right there, you got to avoid them at all costs. You got to do this crazy janky setup, and you'll see what happens. It's pretty neat.
Yep, so basically this is the way to see the Lost World levels without actually having to go to the bonuses if you're not a fan of bonuses. In fact, this is the only way I could finish the game truly as a kid because I couldn't find all the bonuses. But yeah, with that, you suddenly have 75 Creme coins, which is sort of the premise of this whole category. We're going to be able to access now 5 extra levels and an extra additional boss. And I do want to say thank you very much to anyone who donated for that incentive.
So what we've seen there with the warp barrel and him going straight there, that's a developer-intended warp barrel. But now what we're going to do in this one, there is a developer-intended warp barrel, but that's 2 seconds slower than what we're going to be doing. We're going to take this beetle, and we're going to clash it with another one, make an invis, and that's going to change the properties of whatever it takes. Yep. So what that invis did is it took the properties of that warp barrel and changed it, and the game kind of freaked out and said, uh-oh, this is bad, get him out of the level, and that's 2 seconds faster, so...
Notably, if you try something like that on version 1.0, it'll usually soft lock the game.
Yeah.
On 1.1, they fixed it by making it eject you from a stage.
Pretty much, yep.
So in this level, we're going to do a setup to fall specifically.
Да я не знаю, никто ничего не предлагает.
Got it. To jump there in the air to get into the warp barrel. That's called lockjaw.
Yeah, so just preface, all of the levels in the first 2
Можно
worlds
типа и
have
в дотку катануть разочек.
So, if it looks like
Потом посмотреть Generations Соника.
gameplay is happening right now, that's just because this is the first couple of worlds.
Even this one has a wrong warp that's about 5 seconds faster, but this is arguably the hardest one in the game. And hey, there we go, very nice.
You guys also got a glimpse of our favorite animal buddy there, Rattly. May I remind you that Winky died so that he could live.
All right, and so World 1 boss, Crow, this guy is just dumb. But the first 2 eggs are going to be real, and he's going to get hurt by them. But now he's going to shoot out some real ones or some fake ones. And okay, cool, there's 1 real one. Ideally, we want 0.
0 fake ones.
Yep, and look
Fake
at that.
Nice.
There we go.
Rolling deep.
That's the main source of RNG in this speedrun, is just the amount of fake eggs that Crow gives you.
Gold Cup по ВК3 смотрел сегодня. Я не интересуюсь ВК3 и... Ну, нет, не смотрел. Если бы даже мог посмотреть, то...
This time with clobber busting right there. Yo, the 2-1 jump.
2-1 jump, nice.
Heck yeah.
That's 2 frame perfect tricks, or 2 frame window and then a 1 frame window.
Correct.
All right. So here's our first special level from the Lost World. All of these levels are going to be more difficult than your typical level, so enjoy.
We're going to be doing a glitch later on in this stage called Scrolly Scroll. It's a little difficult to explain
Я
the
сегодня
setup
не
in
было
this
почти
stage,
весь
so
день
we'll go
дома,
over that
поэтому...
again in 4.1 when we see the next use of Scrolly Scroll.
Yeah. We'll get around to explaining that.
So the first half of this level,
Что на Good на главный? Что за аудио РВ?
Snap.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
All right, so here's where it gets hard.
Кто это? Что это вообще? Чувак, который смотрит видосики? Прикольно.
And so here's where everything happens. Here's the setup for it.
Take damage there, scroll the screen to the right, and then bounce on the tire, and the screen gets really confused.
And that saves like 9 seconds.
Boom.
Making it happen. Let's go.
Yep. The next few levels, they're pretty boring, so if you want to do some donations, now would be a perfect time.
Absolutely. We have $100 from Roosevelt.
Cool.
They said there were no good puns for Donkey Kong games. But when you're done hearing this comment, you'll
Так,
be
а это
asking
что за
yourself,
платформа вообще?
did he
SNES?
do it? Did he come up with a Donkey Kong pun?
I don't get it.
Here's to seeing all the levels in DK Country 2.
I mean, yeah, I did do it. What are you saying?
Come on!
Вот вроде и SNES, и Sega, они вроде 16-битные платформы, но SNES прям отличается.
No. Do we have a DK64 card up here? If so, sure.
That game doesn't exist, Candace, I know what you're talking about.
Oof. Oof. Ouch. Some fighting words.
I don't know about that. Void tunes.
Alright, so 2 more of these quick levels, and then the game gets really interesting. Most of the levels will be approximately 1 minute long. And the difficulty goes up a lot, especially in World 4.
Oh yeah.
Again, the first 2 worlds in like any percent and any variation of any percent, you just kind of use developer intended warps.
Можем посмотреть
Know what happened on that goal right
старый
there.
ран
What happens
какой-нибудь
if you approach a
по Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels 16-битной от Big John. Как вам такая идея?
There are certain levels that it's just way better to be one or the other, but no monkey is, you know, better overall.
It's not like DKC3 where you might as well only have 1 Kong.
Yeah.
I won't hear any argument.
We don't need to talk about the kiddie game, so get that one out of here.
So this is arguably one of the hardest bosses in the game.
Yeah, I would say it is.
To do optimally, that is.
Yeah, to survive is one thing, but
Ну-ка, Lost Levels.
He's gonna be going for a trick up here called Lao.
Never
mind.
Yeah, so much for that.
Во, 40-минутный ран есть по всем уровням. Вы как хотите, а я запускаю.
We had a $150 donation from Anonymous who said Darkwing Duck equals awesome. Also, Superjur contributing $67 and saying shoutouts to 2-frame jumps, health springs, and eggplants. Shoutout indeed.
Слушайте, ребят, eggplant это же баклажан, да? Насколько я знаю, по моим знаниям English языка. Почему eggplant? Plant типа растение. Egg это же у нас... Egg это же яйцо.
Hobby runs are awesome. Everything towards Chrono Trigger 100%. Thank you, Canaria Bird, for your $30 donation. My last donation didn't get read out here, so it's another one for you. But yeah, whatever. I always love Boshi runs, and they are just way too hype. Thank you, Moonrose, for your $30
Вот,
donation.
а в 2015 году было Боши. И Dust Force было. И Wings of V была, по-моему, даже.
Got a $10 donation from Lodart. Keep going. Amazing runs. Love you guys. We got a $50 donation from Dolomar.
Вот, блин, всегда любил Марио, на самом деле. Но спидранить так сложно, на самом деле, капец. Прям реально сложно. Блин, пойду что чипсики возьму себе.
I got a big foot, so I might.
Yeah, no, don't break it, man. What size shoe you wear?
It's like an 18. Yeah.
Bro.
I got a foot on me.
Let's do it, man. So I got you a quick question, bro.
What's up?
So why are we doing Lost Levels like the modern remake?
I'll tell you.
The hitboxes are actually a bit different in this version than in the Famicom version.
If you're game over in the new version, you don't have to do the whole
wait till
world
the
again.
run. This is like a run opening question.
We haven't opened. We're still on title screen.
Like I don't even know who you people are right now. You haven't rude. And you didn't introduce yourself or anything. Like who are these strangers on the couch right now?
Oh my goodness. Are we ready?
Is everyone ready for the Lost Levels?
Woo!
Хрена себе запасливая, оказывается.
Man, I'm glad
Так, ребят, слышно? Нормально? Или погромче?
We've got a pretty supportive couch behind me, so let me do all the roll call from my right.
Oh, I'm Chrism.
Man, you already know who I am, so I'm hyped, man. Let's go, dude.
I'm Skybills.
And this is Lost Levels, so in 3,
Ребята!
2, 1, let's go.
Слышно или нет?
Wow, that was really good, y'all. So here we go. This is Lost Levels. I know it's like deja vu because I just did this at AGDQ. However, this time we're up in the bits to 16 style, and
Слышно? Хорошо. Но я погромче сделаю, а то я сейчас буду чипсами хрустеть.
First stage done, so we got 52 stages for you in this version.
Так, пойдет, наверное.
The differences are quite a lot. You know, we've got a lot of visual differences. We've got better hitbox detection between the Famicom version. Again, this is Lost Levels. You played on Super Nintendo.
Вот, это типа оригинальный Марио 2, только уже выпущенное позже гораздо на SNES. All Stars version, в которой больше уровней, меньше ран.
A lot of RNG can really mess up this game as always, no matter what you do. No matter how good you are, a good run can be blown by obviously walking to a step, first of all.
So we're doing warpless, right?
We are doing warpless, so we're going to play 9 number worlds, 1 through 9, and then we're going to play the letter worlds A through D.
Do you enjoy warpless more than warp full runs?
Yes, man. Warp full, nice, dude. Yeah, man, because you get to experience the whole game, man. I mean, this game, the torture of this game is by playing everything, not just any %, man. And now any % I can't stand.
I feel that. I feel like any %'s like eating a grilled cheese sandwich and getting only the bread crust.
Yeah, man.
None of the gooey filling.
Dude, yeah, man. You miss out on so much of the core of this game when you play at any %, you know. Starting with 1-4. Now, this level isn't too bad.
В Lost Levels есть особенность. Это можно выбирать себе персонажа, Марио или Луиджи. То есть, если в обычном Марио первом есть игра на одного и на двоих, и второй игрок всегда играет за Луиджи, а первый всегда играет за Марио, то здесь же есть выбор. Также, соответственно, они отличаются. Марио имеет свойство Марио, а Луиджи прыгает выше, разгоняется дольше и замедляется дольше. Им слегка труднее управлять.
I have to make a mistake myself somewhere because the RNG is going to dig into me later. So, anyways, so we're going to grab Starman because it just makes this part a tad bit easier. There's that green spring. But yeah, man, take notes, y'all. You're going to see that green spring coming up in World 7.
На планшете не было приложухи ГГ. Хреновенько.
Yes, sir.
Вот. Когда-то эту игру я тоже спидранил, в далеком хрен пойми каком году. Но не конкретно эту, а 8-битную версию. В категории Warpless я когда-то имел 3-е место по этой игре, поэтому здравия желаю. Димас не такой же бездарный. Эта игра гораздо сложнее, чем первый Марио. Плюс это еще и 16-битная версия, в которой более четкие хитбоксы, например, у вот этих вот пираний. Потому что в первом Марио можно было... О, в первом Марио. В 8-битной версии хитбокс у пираний не такой уж и большой, как кажется. А здесь прям все четко прорисовано.
Why not Mario?
Because Mario
why not the main man, bro?
Dude, Mario has enough shine as it is. Every doggone game has his name in the title, literally, except for like Luigi's Mansion or something. Like, give the other brother some love, man. Dude, I mean, come on, this Mario All-Stars. Come on, what happened to Luigi? It's enough about silver, dude.
So what is the difference in control between Mario and Luigi?
So, I'm glad you asked that question. So, most visually you see that Luigi jumps a little bit higher. He jumps like a block and a quarter higher when running. You have those differences. Luigi is much more slippery, as you can see. It takes him a while to slow himself down. Watch out for this bank shot. Look at me.
Вот. Также в 8-битной версии есть такая вещь, как диспаун. И некоторых из вот этих, допустим, как они, фаербары, короче говоря. Смотрю много английских стримов, поэтому я не знаю, как по-русски называть. Крутящиеся огненные палки. Вот. В 8-битной версии они могут исчезать, здесь они не исчезают ни хрена. В принципе, вроде как такое может случиться, но как бы гораздо реже. Также, в принципе, в этой игре, как бы так сказать, как назвать баунс? Отскок, типа, отскок от врагов на земле, в воздухе, неважно. Ну, в воздухе там вообще бешеный какой-то может быть. В первом Марио он такой обычный, легенький. В этой игре ты, как правило, отскакиваешь гораздо выше. И я думаю, на уровне 5.1. Да, на уровне 5.1 там есть один момент, в котором он, наверное, покажет тот момент, насколько сильно ты отскакиваешь от врага. Эти рыбки, как правило, рандомные. Плюс в этой игре, в отличие от первого Марио, есть в подводных уровнях такая фигня, как течение. Тебя может в один момент легко выкинуть вперед, в другой момент легко выкинуть назад. Он ничего этого не покрывает, это я на собственном опыте говорю, как человек, который в этой игре провел 9 месяцев.
We have a $20 donation from Mudron. With Big John, the price is always right.
Yes, sir.
Плюс ко всему, в этой игре можно прыгать на флаг задом, чтобы приземлился ты на него задом. И, соответственно, сразу шел в замок. В 8-битной версии, ну то есть это же игра есть и в 8-битной версии, вы уже сами все поняли. В этой игре, в принципе, есть замки-лабиринты, и вроде как их больше, чем в первом Марио. Не знаю, насколько больше. Ну, наверное, побольше. Вот. И в 16-битной версии, когда ты идешь по правильному пути, у тебя такой индикатор срабатывает, ну, там слышно было так тиринь, тиринь. В этой игре, в отличие, опять же, первого Марио, ну, всегда будем сравнивать с первым Марио, потому что в первый Марио играли все, а в этот не очень все. Есть разные пружины. Есть зеленые пружины, есть красные пружины. Красные пружины, они тебя просто перекидывают немножечко, а зеленые пружины выкидывают тебя в джибеня за экран. И куда ты приземлишься, не очень понятно. Есть уровень 7.3 и уровень C3, ну, то есть C3. Вот. И, собственно говоря, там весь уровень состоит из пружин, поэтому все увидите.
I took that challenge when I decided to play this game. So, world record pace in this game. In fact, in case you're curious, the world record in this game is 38 minutes flat. That's for everything, 1 through D. So my PB is 38:39, and that has 1 death. And it's very, very hard.
Также рандомные пули. Луиджи прыгает гораздо выше, поэтому он легко пошел по верхнему пути. На Марио, как правило, ты до туда не допрыгиваешь. Не приходится делать достаточно точный прыжок. С одного края одной платформы до другого края другой платформы. Достаточно точно, это значит примерно, скорее всего, с первого раза он у вас не получится. Фартануло. И Баузер вперед прыгнул. И Потабу как бы тоже улетела вверх высоко. Баузер вы знаете все, а Потабу это вот эта вот огненная хрень. Пузырек лавы. Вот. В этой игре еще есть ветер, который ускоряет тебя в... Короче, ускоряет твою горизонтальную скорость. Вот так вот. Вот, на этом левеле как раз таки, я думаю, я не помню, получится у него или нет. Вот в следующем моменте, я думаю, он попытается это сделать. Да, вот настолько выше ты отскакиваешь. От врагов, то есть это тоже небольшая манипуляция.
C3, man.
Yeah, 7-3 and C3. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is what you all need. Would you like an egg roll? How about a spring roll? Would you like a tea? Or Pepsi? Or would you like to go to Dairy Queen and have yourself a blizzard or something else?
А что такое egg-roll? Это типа как шаурма? Вроде как, или нет?
So that's the second underground level. One more of those left. That's into the letter worlds. Now, here comes 5-3. 5-3 is just a mess. You got bloopers in the air, bullet bills shooting. Well, yeah. So let's see what happens here. We're going to take a nice little jump here. See, Mario can't do that.
Yo, that was possible. That took me so long to get in there, man.
Hey, that sounds like a personal problem, hey.
Вот еще Луиджи может сразу запрыгнуть до этой верхней трубы.
Aren't you thoughtful? Alrighty, we in there. Now, this upcoming level is a lot of firebars, and this is totally random, so I'm just going to go YOLO and see what happens. There's a lot of jumps here. That's a good pattern. Remember, the game rewards those who go fast. You slow down, yeah.
Да, кстати говоря, эту игру гораздо, не то чтобы быстрее, гораздо легче проходить, если ты все время бежишь. Потому что, как правило, здесь очень большие ямы, а враги могут появиться в любой момент. То есть банально все то, что должно быть в воздухе, то, скорее всего, будет рандомное и может появиться несколько раз. А все, что находится на земле, то, как правило...
All right, we got a $10 donation from Kane.
То, что на земле, то не рандомное,
Go Big
короче.
John. Sorry, Luigi, but our egg rolls are in another castle.
Не знаю,
Donation
что
goes to
каналом
Runner's
Golden Split
Choice.
случилось.
Good luck with the
Понять не
run.
имею.
We also got a $100 donation from
Я никогда не
N.
смотрел русскую
Shoutouts to the
ретрансляцию.
Gold Patrol, wishing Big John the best of luck on his run. Oh, and how much of a donation would it take to get NES Open into this GDQ? Give golf a chance.
Oh no. Wait, that was worth it. I'm sorry, that death was worth it. Dude, it's right here. I'm telling you. I'm prepared. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
I have a $123.45 donation from JMan951, donating for my main man John on the stream. I subscribed to his channel before he even had a button. Putting my donation towards saving those animals, let's get some egg rolls.
Ну, тут небольшой диспаун какой-то произошел, или мне показалось. Так, ребята, что такое egg roll? Кто-нибудь не может объяснить?
Here's 100 dedicated to egg roll enthusiasts everywhere. Good luck, have fun.
Это ж типа шаурмы, да?
$50 from Corodius 180. Somebody, please get Big John an egg roll.
All right, Big John. So, which egg rolls are the best, man?
You know, secretly, I can't stand Chinese. No, I'm just joking. Dude, the best egg rolls. I used to live in Germany, and they have like these amazing egg rolls. They have like ground beef and like celery and onions, and I'm about to die and whatnot. You know.
Yeah, so wait, can we play this? You can't turn back, right? The camera's locked once you're going forward,
yes,
right?
sir. This is a one-way street in this game.
Yeah, that was some bad RNG right there.
Yeah. Welcome to Lost Levels, man. But yeah, oh man, like the ground beef is perfectly seasoned and oh my goodness, like a golden crispy crust, like just make your tongue want to slap your eyebrows off. It's so good, man. I'm telling you, man. Not this like this frozen mess of just drop it in hot oil for like 2 minutes and here, egg roll.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Вот эти вот блуперы, которые медузки типа. Они тоже слегка рандомные, но большинство из них как бы вот где должны появиться, вот в каком месте уровня, они вот... Они как бы так двигаются, как должны, типа... Некоторые двигаются в ту сторону, куда ты смотришь, некоторые двигаются всегда в твою сторону. Некоторые рандомные просто туда, куда хотят вообще. Вот те ребята, которые... Короче говоря... Блин, вы меня перебиваете, Биг Джон. Дайте сказать. Блинчики с начинкой? Интересно.
I'm not just purposely making this game more difficult than it already is, but we have to go a certain path, and otherwise it'll just loop forever. So.
Так, 6-4. Тоже лабиринт. Вот этот момент вы не пройдете медленно никогда.
Nice little blind jump. There is a platform there. I'm not levitating. As expected, Bowser throws hammers down. We're done.
О чем я говорил, блин?
Hey, Luigi. Where's Luigi at?
Here.
Am I doing good, man? All right, man. Gotta make sure, man.
So I noticed you did some tight jumps around some of those piranha plants. Could you explain a little bit the difference between the hitboxes between this and the Famicom version?
Well, on this version, the Famicom version, the hitbox is only like the bark of the piranha. So like that kind of golden part you see. Uh-oh, this is not good. Only the golden part is the hitbox, whereas in this version, it's like the top part is also an active hitbox. So if you ever seen a run of this, you kind of see people, whoa. You sometimes see people kind of clip to the top of them because the hitbox is not active. In fact, a couple of weeks on my stream, I was actually showing people an emulator, like, hey, this is how it works, and you can actually see where the hitbox is. And
Кстати говоря, в этой игре есть парочка мест, видимо специальных, в которых ты можешь перепрыгнуть флаг в конце. Почему я говорю специальных? Потому что если ты перепрыгиваешь это место, то, как правило, тебя отправляют в какую-то варп-зону. В одном месте, короче говоря, этой игры, то ли не в 5-м уровне. Я не помню, в каком уровне. В 3-м уровне, по-моему, можно перепрыгнуть. Да, можно перепрыгнуть флаг перед замком, и тебя отправят в 1-й уровень.
I'm gonna run here. I don't think I'm gonna go for this one. I don't trust myself. That was a little slow. You want to maintain your speed. When you land on those, you need to be on the right side. Otherwise, you kind of risk dying when you go forward. Yeah, that's a big troll right there.
Yeah, the wind stopping there. Yeah, this level sucks.
It's like you're so used to the wind, and just when you get used to it, it turns it off, and then you instantly lose your forward momentum. Now, speaking of bad levels, yep, here it is right here. 7-4. Where the nightmare begins.
7-4 на спидранах мой самый нелюбимый уровень был. Потому что я всегда играл за маленького Марио, потому что считал, что так быстрее пройти. Оказалось, что нифига подобного. Что в Warpless категории лучше все-таки играть за большого Марио. АСМР подъехал. А что там? Собаки на улице лают?
Alright, so here we go. Don't get happy yet, because we got the mess coming up. Oh my goodness, what was that pattern? That's some garbage, man. This is a really good pattern. Oh my god, really?
Вот это место в маленький Марио практически невозможно было пройти быстро, а я хотел всегда проходить быстро.
You all know I just had surgery on Monday, man. This guy's trying to kill me, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Ah, man. I'll let you hang from my arm.
Dude, I worked out because of you, bro. You inspired me. With your, like, Magneto, Wolverine, mutant biceps.
You hear this guy? Look at they're about to die.
Здесь опять ветер заканчивается. Короче, игра на самом деле вот этим-то и сложная. Здесь есть много неожиданных моментов.
That very first jump you saw me jump out that piranha, you don't have many pixels, probably about 2 or 3 to clip that. Famicom version, no problem. This one, nah. So, I'm pretty stoked now. So here we go. 8-2 is kind of a maze level. You have to know how to get out of this level, otherwise it'll loop forever. And the exit is up there.
Вот, кстати говоря, тоже уровень лабиринт. Если ты идешь дальше вправо, то там будет в конце труба, в которую ты еще раз пробежишь, и тебя выкинет чуть-чуть в начало уровня, то бишь вот это вот. Короче говоря, выход из этого уровня там, где он вышел. Это типа не варп-зона, ничего, это все так должно быть. Едят мелок.
We're gonna go safe here. Luigi can actually make that jump off that little teeter-totter thing. But
вот. Про фейерверки он в прошлом уровне рассказывал, потому что он их наконец-то получил. В первом Марио ты получаешь фейерверки 1, 3 и 6, если ты заканчиваешь уровень, и у тебя на таймере остается 1, 3 или 6. Точнее, последняя цифра таймера. Это 1, 3 или 6. В этом же Марио, если твое... Блин, как это объяснить? Если, короче, последняя цифра монеток совпадает с последней цифрой таймера, на котором ты оказываешься. Тогда ты получаешь фейерверки. Если это число четное, ты получаешь 6 фейерверков. Если это число нечетное, ты получаешь 3 фейерверка. Это так, небольшие знания от Димасика вам в хату.
Just don't do what I just did, though. You'll make it. So, come out the pipe, wait a second, then jump, hit the wall, press right or left.
Swag.
Yeah. Looks harder than it really is. So this part, you have to take the bottom route. And you have to actually be on the ground, or if you're like in the wrong position, when you cross that activation point, you will not miss it in a loop. So no swag little clipper to the wall this time, y'all. I'm sorry. They took that out.
I like how they just put a Bowser in the middle of the stage.
Yeah. The fake Bowser. And it's awesome music right here, y'all.
Вот здесь бы кончился ран, именуемый All Stars 8-4 Worthless.
And that's not going to happen in this version, okay? There ain't no paving going on this time, all right? So, we are done with the main... Now, part of playing
так как мы играем в 16-битную игру, то мы должны будем мыслить в 16-ричной системе счисления. Поэтому у нас после 9-го уровня, который на самом деле просто бонусный уровень, который был в 8-битной версии, если ты проходишь игру без варпов, на которой тебе дается одна жизнь, чтобы его пройти, и если ты его проходишь, ты его просто начинаешь опять заново. После уровня 9 здесь будет уровень А. Ну, я думаю, программистов тут достаточно до хрена. И вообще, кто в школе информатику изучал, тоже немало.
How much are egg rolls? I think this should cover it. Good luck to Big John and his Lost Levels Regi run. 30 to Minecraft, the other 43, LED couch design.
А после уровня А уровень Б, после уровня Б уровень С, но на уровне Д все заканчивается.
So here we go. As you can see, I just mainly want to stay big because the beginning of World A has a lot of RNG. In fact, it's probably one of the most RNG levels in the entire game, honestly, in my opinion. So we're going to try to avoid getting hit here.
Кстати говоря, в игре есть и зеленые пираньи, и красные пираньи. И у них есть разница. Красные пираньи вылезают из трубы гораздо быстрее. Но есть и еще один прикол. Зеленые пираньи не вылезают из трубы, даже если ты находишься рядом с трубой. А красные не вылезают только тогда, когда ты стоишь на трубе.
Is it like 9-1 through 9-4 then World A? Like,
yes, sir. Yeah, wait, what? Think hexadecimal. So,
на самом деле это не совсем так, как я сейчас сказал. Ты стоишь не на трубе, а выше трубы, вот так вот.
So after this is the last number world. There's that word we all know.
Видел только на записях. Так, да, в последнее время... А я не знаю, когда последний раз был поставлен рекорд на GDQ.
Блин,
представляешь, ты едешь на марафон просто, чтобы показать игру и, возможно, немножко пропиарить себя. И тут берешь и ставишь мировой рекорд. Это ж вообще просто... Это ж нереально. Мне кажется, если бы я поставил мировой рекорд на спидран-марафоне, я бы прям расплакался. Отчасти, конечно, но тем не менее. Это ж капец, какие эмоции классные.
Good job.
$40 from Unsecret Crush. I don't know what's up with the egg rolls, but it's making me hungry. Loving John's energy and humor on this run. Save the animals, eat veggie egg rolls.
How do you feel about the egg, Big John? Veggie egg rolls. Top tier?
You know, most time you get an egg roll is mainly nothing but vegetables anyway. It's like one little piece of ham that you could probably fit on your fingernail of your pinky or something. Like, just to say it has meat in it, you know? Dude, I need an egg roll that's like a meat lover's pizza. Just like, just leaking meat, you know?
Gotcha.
Dude, I grew up carnivore. I'm straight carnivore, man.
На самом деле даже личный рекорд поставить.
Egg rolls. Do I dip them in anything? Like, what's the strats? What's the
duck
big
sauce, man? Duck sauce, man. I would say honey mustard, but you don't want to mix them two. No, you don't want to do that. Honey mustard.
Вот благодаря вот этой вот вы видите, да, ее пружинки, можно перепрыгнуть флаг. И дальше будет варп-зона в уровень С, по-моему. Да.
Here we go, A4. It's a pretty quick level, so hopefully I get a nice little jump here. Random Poodaboos coming up.
А на уровне Б4, в замке Б4, это единственный замок, в котором есть варп-зона.
I actually had a good pattern there, but I went out. All right. We only have what? We only have 12 levels left, man. Man, 12 more. But yeah, duck sauce all the way, man. Duck sauce. Don't you hate when you get like Chinese and they give you like
Я помню,
one little pack of
наверное, в
duck sauce
2016 году это было. Открывался SGDQ, соответственно, 16-й. SGDQ 2016. Там чувак, самый первый ран был по игре Splatoon 2, наверное, или просто Splatoon. Он этот ран прошел на 6 секунд от своего, ну, то есть отстал на 6 секунд от своего личного рекорда. На фоне 50 минут, 51 минуты, по-моему, это было. Это вообще, типа, что-то нереальное. Мне вообще казалось, он просто типа first try. Я, блин, смотрел, я ни хрена не понимал в игре, но то, что он постоянно говорит, что типа we got it, first try, там все дела, я думаю, блин, ну парень, ты что, реально на рекорд идешь, что ли? Или 51 с чем-то, или 50 с чем-то минут.
Oh yeah, thanks. Oh, look at the little green guy coming up here.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at this mess. Get over there. See, look, this is a homing blooper. Look at this guy. My God, come on. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, sometimes you get to the end and that Koopa's there, sometimes he's not in. That's lost levels for you, man. You just don't know what you're going to get, man. So here we go, B3. Pretty aerial level again. We're going to have some bullet bills coming up that might just totally wreck me, but let's hope for the best. Again, a lot of narrow platforms here. Bullet bill spawn height is random, so it could be anywhere, right where I land, for that matter.
Ну, Slayer, да. Но он не идет на мировой рекорд. Вот, в этом замке есть, кстати говоря, варп-зона, которая ведет в уровень D, сразу пропуская весь уровень C.
A lot of times people don't realize, they think this is actually a maze level. It actually is not. It kind of looks like it. But it doesn't matter what path I take, same result. By the way, the next pipe you see is actually a warp zone.
Да, и вот эта вот труба, это варп-зона.
Okay.
What?
That means I'm just chilling. Yeah, for those who like interesting stress, that is actually the only Bowser stage to actually have a warp zone in it. It actually will take you to World D. So, but unfortunately, you gotta play this warpless instead. So, lucky me. Here we go. Getting close to the home stretch here. Again, one of these games, keep moving, because you got a Hammer Brother coming up here. If you want to play this game blind, just go for it. Don't slow down. Just keep going. You'll probably do better.
А, кстати говоря, я не договорил тогда еще про фейерверки, когда речь была, что типа если последняя цифра таймера совпадает с последней цифрой этих, с последней цифрой монеток, то ты типа получаешь фейерверки. А если количество твоих монеток кратно 11, то ты получаешь жизнь в конце. Это как, по-моему, в Тайни Тунсе каком-то, да, есть? Типа, если у тебя количество морковок кратно 11 тоже, или 9, 11, наверное, тоже, ты получаешь что-то там, какого-то Дарт Вейдера, или не до Дарт Вейдера, летающая тарелка какая-то прилетает. Вот, уровень C3 это удлиненная версия уровня 7.3.
So here we go.
Только здесь еще есть вот этот вот лакиту.
So from this point forward, it's the same as 7-3. No difference. Whoa! I might not make this one. Let's see what happens.
Ooh. Nice.
Pretty nice. I think I did 7-3 and C3 deathless. That's pretty good. So here we go. More deja vu. It's like 7-4, except there's an extra firebar at the beginning. And that is a really, just bad patterns, man. You just don't know what you're going to get, so.